Who?
Yaz here from Comically Lame with the review for the Walking Dead game. Telltale Games put out a fucking gem. Gonna try not to cuss that much, but they put out a gem of a game. I thought, game of the year, I don't know. Yeah, it's game of the year. Play it. I'm just gonna say that, start off, play it. If you call yourself a gamer and you haven't played this game and you don't want to play this game, you're not a real gamer. The emotional depth to this game is insane. I've never felt that in a game before. Being emotionally driven. There's not a lot of physical action in the game. I mean, there's some physical action, but the game's about 10 hours long, and over this course of that 10 hours, all the action's done through words mostly. And you say, wow, what? Done through words? Yeah. It's like a Tarantino film. Reservoir Dogs, almost no action in that film. It was all action through words. You're drawn in, you're sucked in. I know a lot of people played the first episode and were like, and stopped playing it. I did that, and then I was like, I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to keep playing. And I was greatly rewarded. Greatly rewarded. The first episode of the game is kind of dull a little bit, and you're like, well, I don't know if I want to go through episode 2, do another 2 hours of this. But it's worth it. Just starting off with episode 2, it's worth it. The game's hard, but the game's not overly hard. There's some parts in the game where you're like, fuck, I have to do that again. Fuck, I have to do that again. There's a couple nerve-wracking parts. Episode 2 has a very nerve-wracking part where I'm freaking out the entire time. I'm scared. Not scared because of zombies, just scared because I think that I'm going to die. And you have to replay that over and over again until you pass that level, quote unquote. But there's no easy, hard mode or anything like that. There's a mode where you don't get as many hints, but that's it. I've actually screamed at the television because of the game. Several times. You are very emotionally involved in Lee, the main character, and Clementine, the little girl that he's babysitting again. He basically becomes her father throughout the game. And you, as the player, playing Lee, feel like you're her father. Lee's embodying you. And it's just an emotional thrill ride. Graphically, the game's great. It's not super, oh my god, it looks like real person graphics. It's comic book graphics. But it's really polished comic book graphics. Really polished. Really nice. Takes a little while to get used to, yeah, but then you end up liking it. The controls for the game, I played on PC and on Xbox. I used an Xbox controller for both. They work very well. It's not like you're going to have to be tapping anything. Well, actually, there are some quick time events where you have to tap and pound the controller hardcore. It's not like it's a first-person shooter where you're going to be spraying people down and shooting zombies and blah, 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 and it's crazy like. You do shoot zombies, but it's not FPS style. It's a different style. The emotional involvement, like I just said earlier, it's insane. You feel stuff that you've never felt in a video game before. I really don't know how to explain it. That has the it factor, but I don't know what the it is. The characters in the game are great. They're very well voice acted. The decisions you make in game affect later episodes of the game. There's 5 episodes. The decisions you make, the quick time decisions, and a lot of decisions you have to make are really difficult decisions that you would have to make in real life if the zombie apocalypse did break out. Decisions that you have to make very quickly in real life, but you have to do it really quick in game. Very quick. Maybe sometimes 5 seconds, sometimes 20 seconds. But they're decisions where you're looking at the choices you can make, and you're like, fuck, oh my god, do I want this one, do I want that one? Next thing you know, you have to do it right then. And those decisions carry on episodes later, to the end, basically. Now, the main ending of the game is going to happen regardless of what decisions you make. If you play as an asshole the entire game, it's going to be the same ending, basically. The same thing happens right at the end. But the characters that you have with you, that follow you, that you're with as a group, those are interchangeable dependent on your actions. Some characters you have at the beginning of the game stay with you to the last episode of the game, episode 5. And then there's some characters in episode 1 that can die in episode 2 or episode 3. There's some characters in episode 1 that you can kill off by choosing to save another character. And then that character possibly could die the next episode or the 4th or 5th episode, dependent on your decisions. And there's a lot of stuff that happens in the game that doesn't even involve zombies. There's a couple episodes where you don't see a lot of... There's, episode 2, you don't see a ton of zombies. But it's all the human aspect of what's going on. How would humans react in this situation? Telltale Games portrays that perfectly. There's a lot of human-on-human violence. A lot of what the fuck is going on moments. A lot of I cannot believe that happened. did that just happen. A lot of stuff you've never felt before in a video game. A lot of yelling at the video game, what the fuck? And it's not like, what the fuck? I should have done this 2 seconds earlier. No, it's what the fuck? And then you realize, oh, I made that decision episodes earlier, and it all led to that person dying or this thing happening. The dialogue is insane. It almost makes me want to replay the game and make different decisions just to see how it plays out in later episodes. There's a scene at the end, near the end of the game, where mentally in your head, you're over the zombies. You're not over the game, you're just pissed because of how the game's going. You're not pissed at the game, you're pissed as Lee in the game. And so you yourself are pissed about the situation that's playing out. And like Lee goes man mode on some zombies. I'm not giving that away, you're not going to know when it happens. But he goes man mode, and in your head, you're like, yes, let's fucking do this, it's about time. I would do that in this situation. And Lee goes ham, and you're going ham with him. It's great. I cannot think of any game out there that does this. There's so little physical action that you have to do as far as shooting and pointing over the course of each episode, which is 2 hours. It's not like a first-person shooter. It's not like an MMO. It's all action through words. But it's mental in your head. It's all you feeling for the character, you feeling for Clementine, you feeling for Lee, you feeling for the girl that you like, or your buddy in the game, and then your buddy dies, and you're pissed. Lee's pissed, you're pissed. Conversation after your buddy dies with someone else, there's a whole lot of stuff you can choose from, and if you're pissed, it's in your head, choose you're pissed. It doesn't say you're pissed, it's just words where you're like, you would be pissed, and you'd say how you feel. Whatever's in your head, you can portray out. The controls aren't clunky. There's some hard parts, and there's some easy parts. But as far as, I just can't say this over and over, or have to keep saying this over and over again. As far as like the yelling, being part of the game, you are part of the game. As far as looking at the screen and yelling at the screen because you're mad because something happened, how often can you say that you've done that in a game? And I'm not talking about a first-person shooter or multiplayer in Black Ops or Halo, where someone kills you and you're mad. I'm talking about through a campaign. And I'm not talking about a campaign where, oh, it's on hard and 5,000 people are shooting at you and you keep dying. No, I'm not talking about that where you get mad at that. I've gotten mad at that stuff before. I'm talking about like through the campaign, something happens and you're like, what the fuck? And start screaming at the television, but it's something you really can't control. How often? I think I felt that like once in Homefront, and that's about it. I know I haven't gone into great detail about like the small things in the game, as far as the controllers go, or is there glitches, blah, blah, blah. No, even if there are a little couple glitches with the controllers and stuff like that, screw that. The game's marvelous. It's the second best game I've played in probably the past 5 years. Probably the past 10 years. First best game I've ever played is Skyrim. That's just how I feel. This game has revolutionized gaming, I think, as far as the story goes. If Quentin Tarantino made a video game, this would be it. Hands down, this would be it. If he made a video game, Tarantino made a video game, this would be it. This is easily Game of the Year. I thought Assassin's Creed was. No. Because Far Cry came along. I played Far Cry. Thought that was. No. Walking Dead. Game of the Year. I give that a 98 out of 100. If Skyrim's a 99, I never give anything a 100. Skyrim's a 99, this is a 98. If you call yourself a true gamer, then play this. If you call yourself a true gamer and you don't play this game, you may hate it. I doubt you will, but you may. If you call yourself a true gamer and you hate this game, I respect that. But if you call yourself a true gamer and you refuse to play this game, then you're not a true gamer. You're just a person that likes first-person shooters or MMOs, and that's the only genre you like. Take yourself out of that bubble. Play this game. Buy it and play it. You can get it on Steam for cheap right now, I'm pretty sure. It's great. It's amazing. I can't say much more. I mean, I don't have any faults in it. A couple of the characters are annoying, but they're annoying for a reason. They're annoying to be annoying. They're annoying to piss Lee off, to piss you off, to aggravate you, to make you not like them or like them. Yeah, that's it. Buy this game. It's great. They put out a gem. For Comically Lame, this is Yaz, and see ya.